Hello everyone and welcome to today's Baku Grand Prix. Can-Am Racing's Tier 2 will be taking to the streets on this fast and technical circuit. I'm very excited about this race. I absolutely love this track. I don't know about some of the people that are racing today. It's more of a love-hate relationship with this track, but it definitely makes for some good racing as we have our first car getting out on the track. Red Devil, first one to make it out of the pits to start his out lap. Probably wants to try and get out on the track as soon as he can, so he has all that clean air and no traffic in front of him for his warm-up lap. We have Pass Assassin out as well. He is starting his out lap. Night Slayer just left the pits too. Everybody's more or less taking their time getting out here in Q1. I think they're probably trying to figure out which setup they want to go with, what tire strategy they want to plan to use over the course of 3 qualifying sessions. First qualifying session here, Q1, the bottom 5 will be eliminated, so 15th place through 20th. We have 18 drivers here today, so 15 through 18 will be eliminated at the end of Q1 here. Advancing into Q2 will be the top 15 who will compete for the top 10 positions for Q3, where they will fight it out for pole position. Let's go back to Red Devil here as he comes around the penultimate corner here, getting ready to start his flying lap. We'll see how he does. Coming up to some traffic here at turn 1, see if they yield for him. They do, that's good. Good exit speed going out of turn 1. As Jigaman Joe yields to him and lets him by for turn 2. Good entry and exit. Equay's coming around the penultimate corners, getting ready to start his hot lap, probably dialing up all his ERS and fuel settings. Coming around the final corner, get that top speed as he crosses the start line to start his hot lap. Mr. Delia will be doing the same thing as well. Here comes Red Devil around the final corner, just about to finish his hot lap. Let's see what time he gets. A 1 minute 39.9, a very decent time indeed. Definitely a good benchmarker for Q1. People are they're only gonna get faster as they go over the next 2 qualifying sessions. So a 1:39.9, that's a very good time. That it's gonna make some of the other drivers want to push themselves and try and beat that. Maybe get down into the, I'd expect by pole position at the end of Q3 to be maybe a high 1:38.9. That's gonna be my prediction. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think the pole time will be, and let's see who can get the closest bet. KD sitting in excuse me, in P2 so far with a 1 minute 40.3. Equays behind him with a, oh, just got shuffled around. JJ Dog takes first with a 139.5. So see, guys are already starting to knock time off. More and more are starting to come out of the pits, out on the out laps. Crew, the only one currently on an out lap. Everybody is either on an in lap or they're sitting in the pits. He's about halfway around the track so far. We'll come back to him and see what he's gonna do on his hot lap. JJ Dog with a 139.5. Jigaman Joe not far behind him, 139.8. Oh, that's one way to take the corner. I guess when you're trying not to wear too much on your tires by going hard into corners, you can get away with the odd warning or an invalidation by brutally cutting a corner like that. See if anyone is on an out lap or a hot lap here. Oh, looks like we might have El Shackle chasing down Pass Assassin on a hot lap. He's going to be getting a toe off him, so he's going to get a little bit of an advantage there. Especially coming around the final corner here, coming onto the final stretch. Which this long stretch on this track is, a fun fact, is actually one of, I don't know the exact length, but is one of the longest stretches on any track in the Formula One calendar. It's a solid 29 seconds of flat out driving. There's a couple corners, but it's flat out and very fast. Very good for overtaking if you can get a draft behind someone. JPR pulling into the pits. We got Night Slayer just coming out on a hot or an out lap. Now everyone's starting to come out of the pits. Jose's out on a hot lap. Kevo not far behind him. Few people still to put in lap times. They're all going to be trying to beat JJ Dog up in P1, but for the most part, they're just going to be trying to secure top 15 at this point. And once Q2 comes around, then they'll start worrying about putting in the faster times, trying to make sure that they don't get bumped down into the elimination zone. Not too many people on hot laps just yet. We got Night Slayer coming around the final two corners, getting ready to start his hot lap. Buck will be doing the same in a few minutes. We'll come back to see how he's doing. Some people still sitting in the pits, maybe not looking to better their time yet. I couldn't see the top few going back out and wearing another set of tires. It'll definitely be more around the 14th through 10th place. Those guys I expect to see get out of the pits again and try and put in a better time, especially once these few down here in the 15th through 18th position, they're going to be coming out of the pits pretty soon here, putting in a time and trying to secure a spot in the Q2 so they don't get eliminated. F1 Sib Wolf coming around the final corner to, I believe, finish a hot lap. Let's see what time he puts in, hugging very close to the wall to take the shortest distance possible, and he takes P1 with a 139.559, just ever so slightly ahead of JJ Dog, who got bumped down into P2. KD catching a draft off of someone as he was pulling into the pits there. Look at that, takes 138.5. No doubt. Alkaline Rage coming out of the pits. See, now everyone's filing out. He's the only one so far to not put in a lap time. The teammate of Bowtie, who is now being bumped down into 14th position. That's the spot where you really start to think maybe I should get out on the track and put in just one more lap time, which is exactly what he's doing here as he comes around the first corner, gets a nice apex and exit on it. I'm curious to see how much of an improvement he'll make on his lap time, because he's going to be trying to give it everything he can on this hot lap to secure a spot in Q2 as he takes a nice corner back there. Gets the back end a little loose as he accelerates just a little too hard. Down to third gear. Through the chicane. Good exit. Now this corner up here is very tricky. You can cut a lot of the curb, as you can see there, without getting an invalidation. Coming up through Castles, gets a good entry, good exit through it, holds third gear, nice exit, use a lot of the track, and hammer down to the next tricky chicane, or the next tricky corner here, which you can cut a lot of this corner here. As you see, he strays away from doing that a little bit. He does get the left tires up on it, but a lot of guys will cut that corner completely just to get as best of an exit speed as they can through that corner. Coming around the final corner, let's see what kind of lap time he gets here. Sitting down in 14th with a 1 minute 41.510. Let's see how well he's able to improve on that. Doesn't improve on his 141.5. At that point, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out for another hot lap or not with a fresh set of tires, or if he has enough fuel in the RS to go again. But in that case, I'd be hoping nobody behind him down like El Shackle, JPR, Night Slayer, and Alkaline Rage. I would be hoping that they don't place a better time than I do and bump me out of 14th down into 15th in the elimination zone. El Shackle catching a toe behind someone. Let's see what kind of lap time he's going to be able to do. See if he can improve on his 142.1, sitting right behind Bowtie in 15th. Makes a good corner around the penultimate corner, weaving nicely around the final few, hugging the wall tight on the right hand side, trying to take the shortest line around the track. Let's see how well he's going to improve on his time. Maybe he's just starting a hot lap now. He might be, so we'll come back to see what he's doing in a few minutes. Equays sitting in P9 with a 140.4 out on an out lap with just 2.5 minutes left in this first qualifying session before we move on to Q2. Everybody in the top 10 sitting in the pits right now, not too worried about getting out on track again. The bottom 5 or 6 are going to be out putting in the work right now. Alkaline Rage still yet to put in a lap time. He must have invalidated, or if he's just starting his hot lap now. I see he's got a purple sector 1, so he's definitely hustling right now. Let's see how well he's gonna do. Comes up to Castle here. Avoids the wall, doesn't pull a Charles Leclerc 2019. Hashtag I am stupid. I expect to see at least 2 people do that today in the race. The first couple laps are gonna be hectic. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'd prefer to qualify up near the front where I can escape from everyone, or if I'd rather sandbag it at the back and see if I can just make it safely through in one piece. I remember racing back when the league was called Outlaw Monster International Racing for the 2019 game series. I got totaled in turn 1, first lap, right after the lights go out on this same track. Alkaline Rage looks like he might have lost it going into turn 1. Use the runoff. See if we can see any damage. Doesn't look like his wing has any damage, so he should be able to make it around to the pits. He's sitting in P10 right now, so he was the only one just a few minutes ago to not put in a lap time, and with roughly 30 seconds left, he crosses the line and secures P10, which bumps Bowtie down into 15th position. So he is going to be... my apologies. Bowtie is going to be safe in P15. It is going to be 16th, 17th, and 18th that will be eliminated. I was off by 1 digit there. ISRL Ostanik coming around the final corners, sitting in P14. Looks like he's on a hot lap. He's pushing pretty hard. Let's see what time he's gonna put in. P7 with a 140.2. Very solid time. It's a good lap, good improvement. Everybody single file into the pits, neat and tidy. That brings us close to the end of qualifying. First qualifying session, Q1. We got 1:50 seconds left to allow guys to finish their hot laps, make it back into the pits. Bowtie sitting down in 16th right now in fear of elimination. Managed to sneak out for one more lap. Ooh, just missing the wall on the left hand side as he goes through Castles. Gets a nice entry and exit through the chicane. I expect to see a big improvement here. Let's see how well he does. As he takes a nice line. Very good exit. Doesn't lose the back end or make contact with the wall, which is more or less Baku's wall of champions back there. Especially if your suspension is very stiff on your car and your setup, it'll bounce you around and slide you right into that wall. Sitting in 16th with a 141.5, I raise you a. Doesn't make an improvement on it, so we will unfortunately see Bowtie, El Shackle, and Night Slayer eliminated from Q1. "30 seconds left here before we can move on to second qualifying session and see guys fight for top 10, where they will be able to make it into Q3 and fight for pole." Everybody's just putting around. Finito. Sitting in P1, we have KD. Down in P2, thereafter we have Sib Wolf, JJ Dog, Jigaman Joe, Red Devil, Equaze, ISRL Austinic, Pass Assassin, JPR, and Buck in the top 10. Down through 11th, we have Jose Imbet, Alkaline Rage, Kevo, Mr. Delia, and Crew Steamers. Down in 16th, 17th, and 18th, unfortunately being eliminated from Q1, we have Bowtie, El Shackle, and Night Slayer. Welcome to the second qualifying session here at Baku. 15 minutes in this session. Guys are going to be single filing out here shortly. Here's our first victim to take to the track. We got Red Devil in an Alpha Tori. Here they all come. You see the pit crews stepping out to release the drivers as they all just itching to get out here. Everybody's slowly trickling out. Get out on their out laps to warm up their tires. Guys swerving left and right. I'm moving up and down, side to side like a roller coaster, warming up their tires around the track. Little Lando Norris for you. Just don't ask. I can sing that Lando Norris song. Just don't ask me to do the that meme where the guy gets out of the car and he's dancing. It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. Don't ask me to sing that one. I don't know how it goes. Guys should be coming around the final corners here to start their hot laps. I can't remember who came out first. It was an Alpha Tori. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, careful. You got a car coming up. So we got Red Devil, Katie, and Crew on hot laps right now. Makes a good corner coming around to Castles. Holds it in third gear, down to second, rotate the car through the chicane, back up to third, short shift to give him traction. Makes a good exit through the chicane. Shies away from the curb, the banana curb, or sausage curb I think it's called, on the left hand side. Doesn't want to be sent flying. KD taking the same line before Castle section, carrying very nice speed through it. Gets a little loose on the back end through his exit. Red Devil around the across the finish line with a 139.6. It's already a very good improvement compared to the first qualifying time we saw previously in Q1. I believe it was a 140 at first. JPR sitting in P2 with crew behind him in P3, a 139.6 through 140.5, so 9/10 separate them at the moment. Slowly seeing guys cross the line as they complete their first hot lap. The grid's going to even itself out here in a minute as guys start crossing the line, and then we'll start seeing who's going to be competing for the top 10. Ooh, Equay's getting very close to the wall as he comes around the second to last corner. Still a few people sitting in the pits, not sure if they're going to get a coffee or what they're doing, but Q2 is a little bit shorter than Q1 in terms of session time, so guys are going to be wanting to get out on track a little bit quicker so that they have more time to see if they'll need to do a second lap or not. Pass Assassin locking up as he comes around the corner, giving it everything he can, trying to get a good time. He's sitting in P5 right now with a 140.4. That's a decent time. That's a good spot to be in, P5. Let's see if he's going to improve on it. As he gets DRS, hugging the right hand side, crosses the line. 140.007, sitting in P5. Oh my goodness, what's going on there? Who was that? I didn't see the I didn't see the name of who that was. Oh, JPR. Just putting along. It's a beautiful day for a Sunday drive. A little bit cloudy, but nice nonetheless. Excuse my silence for a second as I was just looking at my Discord communication. Pass Assassin coming out of the pits on a fresh set of soft tires. He's sitting in P13. He's going to be looking to try and get into the top 10 at this point. 11th place through 15th are going to be doing their best to fight for that. And look at what the cat just dragged in. Yeah, if it isn't Iceman. What's going on, Michael? How you doing today? Oh, not too bad. Just having fun, watching some racing, getting some good laps in. I know, I get them mixed up all the time. I always think the final one where you're fighting for first place should be Q1. That's just the way it is in my brain. I'll never see it another way. We lost Bowtie, El Shackle, and one other. Shoot, I don't remember who. We only lost 3 though, because we only have 18 drivers today. And that guy. That guy. Just a little bit cloudy, nothing too nice to write home about. I don't know if we're going to be in any fear of rain or not for the race. I don't have access to the weather network for Baku at the moment. So, I just got a comment on the stream saying that we can't hear you, Michael. Probably got to go into your settings and change your voice to always share. Also a little bit crackly too, like in previous streams when you and Trevor were talking about that. Clear weather for the race, that's what I like to hear. Just like Monaco, one of the tracks where you absolutely do not want rain for the race. This track is already slippery enough, as you can see Alkaline Rage get a little bit loose around the corner back there. Throw some water onto the track into the mix and oh my goodness, you got a recipe for 17 safety cars in the first 4 laps. You can figure out how that works. Okay, so top 11 have currently put in lap times. Fastest being a 139.407 with Equaze. Not sure if he's on another hot lap or if he's on an... He might be on an in lap right now. Another person just threw in a time, so we got... Here we go, guys are cross line. This is what I like to see. Slowest time being a 142.001, so about 2.8 seconds. I can't do math right now. A couple seconds off the leader. Anywho, Mr. Delia, Kevo and Jose sitting down in 11th, 12th, and 13th. They're gonna maybe be able to sneak back into the pits and get out for another lap to try and improve on their times to get into the top 10. Sib Wolf looks like he's gonna be coming around towards the end of his hot lap. See if he can get out of P14. He's yet to put in a lap time. Let's see where this puts him. Ooh, ricocheting off the wall there. P1, 139.2. Michael, are you there?
I'm working on it. Does it sound a little better?
Oh yeah, that's better.
There's a little crackly still.
Nope, we're good.
Alright.
Rocking and rolling.
It's always something. I'm just gonna have to invest in a really nice mic.
Hey man, I've got the, what the heck are these things? Steel Series Arctis Pro. They're not the wireless version, they're wired because I don't need to walk around with my headset on and they sound crisp.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down right now.
They're a couple $100 or something, but totally worth it. I mean, well, you heard my last headset, what my microphone sounded like.
Yeah. Definitely a step up.
Okay. I'm getting distracted here. two and a half minutes left in Q2. We got a few guys still out on out laps. Yet to put in lap times. Jigaman, Joe, Pass Assassin, Katie, Crew, Jose, and Kevo, Mr. Delia. Oh no, what am I looking at? They've got lap times and they're on out laps again, trying to secure a spot in the top 10. ISRL Ostanek down in 15th. He's yet to put in a lap time.
Yeah, I expect him to get up there. He's usually has some good pace on him, so we'll see what he can do.
Yeah. I believe him and Alkaline Rage waited until towards the end of Q1 as well to put in their times, and it was just boom, baller lap time, safe.
That's how you do it.
That's right. One lap wonder. He's starting a hot lap now, so we'll come back to see what he's up to. Looks like Crew's starting a hot lap. He's sitting in 11th place. He's going to be doing his best to try and at least knock 0.07 off of his time to beat KD ahead of him in P10. So we got KD sitting down in P5 on a set of mediums. He's probably going to be trying to qualify on a harder set of tires so we can go a little bit longer than everyone else. Should there be a safety car, maybe make up some spots that way. Oof. ISRL Ostanek P11, just shy of the safe zone for Q1. Just over 2 minutes left here as we wrap things up for Q2. Guys are finishing up their hot laps, their final laps, trying to get into the top 10. They're all going to start single filing into the pits real quick here. Top few are probably just going to end up retiring because they don't have a reason to go out again. Hey, Michael. I think my commentator left. Where did he go? No one will ever know. Yeah, here comes people filing into the pits. Sitting up in P1, we got F1 Sib Wolf with a 130 mile. Oh, Jose just makes contact, loses the end play for his wing as he makes contact with the Alfa Romeo. Shoot. Hopefully that didn't affect a hot lap at all. It doesn't look like it is. He's finished his qualifying. Yeah, the top few are already starting to retire. Try and speed up the process. Get on with Q3. 30 seconds left. We got Sib Wolf in P1 with a 1 minute 39.2, so we're already in the low 39s. I expect to see people to beat that time even again next qualifying session. From there down we have Equaze in P2, JJ Dog, Red Devil, Jose, KD, JPR, Jigaman Joe, Pass Assassin and Alkaline Rage making the top 10 who are safe. Moving on to Q3. Buck being in 11th place, he's going to be the starter for the drivers getting eliminated. That will be Buck, Crew, ISRL, Austinik, Kevo, and Mr. Delia. They will not be advancing to Q3. Only just over 1/10 between the leader and second place, and second and third not being too far off each either. Only three 1/100ths of a second. That's pretty close. See if they manage to get a battle going in Q3. I expect to see some tight-knit times. We'll see what they can do. Here we are in Q3, the top 10 fighting for pole position. Let's see who will be the first driver to get out. I hear an engine firing up. We have a McLaren coming out of the pits with a Racing Point right behind. Oh, as he gets cut off by the Haas. Codemasters and their great pit releases. Goodness me. And it's annoying too because you'll be sitting the first one to pull out of the pits and all of a sudden your driver hits the brakes and lets Buddy out right in front of you, and then it just pisses you off. Look at that, we already have over half the field out already on their out lap. Only 3 guys left sitting in the pits. They were all hoping to be the first one out, so they all just bashed the X button and came out in one big amalgamation. Not too much going on. Couple guys still sitting in the pits, just guys warming up their tires on their out laps. Moving up and down, side to side, warming up the tires. Trying to create some space in front of him as well so he doesn't get too much of a draft off Buddy in front of him. Just a courteous thing to do so as not to create a strong advantage on the guy in front of you. Oops. So we have Pass Assassin leading the hot laps, I believe. I believe he's the first one out of the pits. Yeah, because JJ Dog is just starting a hot lap behind him. Katie's right behind him in the Haas. Gonna be trying to catch him. Taking a very nice corner cut there. Doesn't get an invalidation. Keeps it tight through Castle. The chicane following. Very good. Getting a little lock up going down to the corner. Coming around the penultimate corner. Let's see what kind of lap time he's going to put in as our benchmarker for Q3. See what the time to beat will be right off the bat. Survey says 141.7. He's on medium tires too, so that's definitely going to impact his lap time. As you can see, I mean, KD right behind him on a set of softs, already 3.642 seconds off him. Top two already putting in their times. We got Katie on pole right now with a 138.1. So there's that 138 that I was telling you guys I was expecting to see. Although I said high 138s, but 138.1, that's a good time. That's going to be tough to beat. F1 Sib Wolf, he's a fast driver. He's going to be trying his best to try and catch that time as well. I know he'll do well. Alkaline Rage and Jose sitting in the pits, yet to put in times. And I mean, yeah, pass qualified on mediums. You're definitely not going to secure pole position on those unless everyone's on mediums. But I think on a track like Baku, as long as you're in the top 10 and you make it through the first couple corners in one piece, you'll be able to save your tire life and have an advantage on the drivers in front of you. It is a good strategy for a track like this, because there are a lot of straights, so you can get away with having a harder compound tire and making it last a bit longer than those on soft tires, who will have an advantage over you in the corners. Everybody coming off their hot laps, piling into the pits to go and watch their positions get bumped around on the leaderboard, see if they'll need to make a last minute hot lap or not. Sib Wolf in P2 with a 139.3, not far off the leader. Looks like he's pushing hard. He's probably doing a back-to-back hot lap. He's got a little bit more fuel in his car, so he's going to be able to do that. Getting the back end a little loose as he's giving the car everything it has. Good corner cut there. Oh, that's too many camera changes for me. Let's right on board as he comes around the final corner on the straight stretch. See what kind of lap time he's going to put in. Oh, he kills it. Okay. He's got a little tire strategy going on. Oh, we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Red Devil. Looks like he's going a bit slow. Did he damage his front wing a bit, maybe? Nope. Probably just taking it easy on his tires. He doesn't want to cause any unnecessary wear. Pass Assassin on outlap, sitting in P8 with a 141.7 as he weaves through castles. Everybody's definitely putting around today on their outlaps. See, that's that icy section on the track there that'll really catch you off guard if you don't take a good entry and take a smooth line around it. It'll throw you sideways and you'll Austin power it right in the middle. Sit there for 5 minutes, back and forth in reverse trying to get out. It's even worse if you put your car on pause to let the AI do it for you. It takes twice as long. Jose down in 9th place, starting a hot lap. He's yet to put in a time with just under 2 3/4 minutes left. Let's see what kind of time he's gonna do in a minute here. Alkaline Rage still sitting in the pits. Well, he's coming out now. Yet to put in a time. He's only gonna have time for one hot lap, so he better make this one count. JPR starting another hot lap. Gonna try and improve on his 140.666. 140 point devil sitting down in 7th place. Very nice. JJ Dog warming up his tires behind Red Devil. Gonna be starting another hot lap. Looks like he's probably gonna try and get a little bit of a toe off him. We'll see, unless he backs off and gives him space. He's causing a yellow flag. Yeah, he's warming up his tires, getting ready to start a flyer. Oh dear, RPM glitch. Oh no, what happened there to Quaze? Looks like he's running all over the place, hitting the wall. Yeah, he's got a broken front wing. Shoot. That's definitely going to make it hard to control the car around this track. Broken front wing's like a nightmare. Well, I guess it is on any track, but Alkaline Rage looks like he's on his hot lap. See what kind of time he's going to put in. He's the only one not to put in a time with just under 20 seconds left in the session, so whatever he does this lap, that's what it's going to be. Yeah, everybody's coming into the pits now. We're at the end of qualifying. Hopefully everyone's pleased with their times. I know those that got eliminated through the different sessions probably aren't, but we got some good lap times going here. Almost 8/10 separates P1 and P2 at the moment. Alkaline with a 140.5 down in 10th place. Still got Sib Wolf and JPR coming around on some, or JPR's pulling in the pits. It looks like Sib's hustling pretty good. He might be on a hot lap again. Try and improve on his 139.3, sitting in P4 at the moment. Still in the second row. It's a good place to be. I bet he's pulling into the pits. Yeah. So that looks like it's going to be the mark in the end for our Q3. Everybody's pulled into the pits. Finishing up, we got KD sitting in P1 with a 138.3, down through 140.5. So the gap between the leader and the person in 10th was just over 2.4 seconds. So we got a wide array of lap times here at Baku today. A lot of different skill levels. P1 and P2 securing the front row. We have KD and JJ Dog. Down through the second row, we got Jigaman Joe, F1's Sib Wolf, JPR, Red Devil, Equaze, Pass Assassin, Jose, and Alkaline Rage. Here we are at the start of the formation lap for the Baku GP here in Azerbaijan. Looks like everybody managed to make it off the line. That's good. We don't have any cars sitting back there ghosting as everybody's swerving around, warming up their tires. Uh-oh. Two guys disqualified. What's that about in third and fourth? I'm not sure. Yeah, we got a couple of ghosts going. Everybody's putting their controller on pause so they can go get a quick drink before the race because they know they're in for a long haul with this track. CRL Austinic pushing it, warming up his tires, getting the back end loose a little bit, making sure he's got lots of heat into those mediums. He's going to want that for the traction to go into turn one and get a good exit, escape everyone piling up behind him. Go back on board with our leader KD 1997 as we make it around the final few corners. He's setting the pace. As we wait for the game AI to take over and form everybody up on the grid. And now everybody's filing up. The nerves are setting in, blood pressure's rising, heart rate racing, getting ready for those 5 lights to come on, and pow, lights out. Let the action begin. Final few are just filing up on the grid. Should see the lights come on any second now. Here we go. It's lights out and away we go. Red Devil getting a good... Oh, Red Devil gets bumped into turn 1. He ends up losing it. Bowtie sitting in P2. He makes it up to the lead. What is happening? There's like 15 ghost cars. They're coming in, going out of each other. We got Bowtie and P... My leaderboard is glitching hard right now. And we got a safety car right, right after turn 1, lap 1. Lights go out, safety car just comes in behind. Oh, we got somebody making contact up there. As everybody kills their speed trying to get their lap delta under so they don't get a penalty under this safety car. The Origins in P2. Yeah, we have... What in the world is going on? The whole grid is completely messed up right now. What is happening? This is what happens when you throw a safety car into the mix here at Baku. It just sends everyone for a spin. This is definitely going to shake things up a bit now because we got guys who had planned a tire strategy before the race, where some may have accommodated it for a, or adjusted it for a safety car by maybe starting on a harder set of tires, or maybe we'll see guys pull into the pits coming around now because of the safety car, so they'll go and get a fresh set of hards on or some mediums, and they'll try and make it a little bit longer in the race and get some overtakes in. As they race around to try and catch up to the safety car, which the sooner everyone does that, the sooner racing will be able to get underway again. We got Alkaline Rage pulling into the pits. We got all kinds of guys pulling in. A lot of wing damage is going to be getting repaired. And we got time penalties as well being served, so guys are probably either making a little bit of contact or they're speeding under the safety car, so they gotta serve a penalty. They gotta sit in the pits without doing anything, and it's the longest 5 seconds a guy can ever endure in this game. You got Red Devil getting a new front wing put on and a fresh set of medium tires, so he's going to be going for endurance right now. Red Devil going out on a set of mediums as well. That's what a lot of guys are going to be doing. JJ Dog leads us in the race so far with KD behind him and Quays making the top 3 behind the safety car. Still sitting on soft tires. Doesn't appear that they've pulled into the pits at all. No, they haven't. KD behind him in P2 with a set of mediums on. That's going to pay out in the long run if he can hold off Equays and Buck behind him on soft tires, because they're going to have to pit before he does, so he's going to be able to make it longer. Looks like we're going to have a safety car for another lap here as everybody coming out of the pits trying to catch up to the safety car crew in front of them. Let's see if now that we've got this first safety car out of our system, if guys will be evened out a little bit more going through the turns and single file, nice and neat and tidy, if that'll keep some cleaner racing, and hopefully we won't have another safety car to screw things up, although it does make for some interesting racing because of the tire strategies that get played out. Got a lot of different, we don't have very many soft tire compounds on. I'm seeing 2nd, 3rd, and 14th now with soft tires. Everybody's on mediums and hards, so now that we've got the first safety car, everybody's going to be trying to go as long as they can on one set of tires and maybe make it a 2-stop, where this being their first, so they'll just do one more, maybe around like closer to lap like 12 or 13, I'd say, and maybe throw on another set of mediums or a set of softs, depending on what tire they started on and what they're on now. FIA rule is you have to use at least 2 different compounds of tires in a race. You can't just go from, say, medium to medium or hard to hard or whatever. You have to use 2 different compounds of tires. Hopefully the safety car will be going in real quick here. Maybe not for another lap. We still got a couple guys to catch up, coming around like turns 5 and 6, I think those are. I think this is turn 9 right here. So we still got another lap of safety cars. These guys are allowed to boogie a little bit so they can catch up. They're going to be going at racing speed. Kembo down in 18th is just coming up to the convoy now, so we still got to let a couple guys catch up over the next lap. So right off the bat, we've got a bunch of good position changes and a bunch lost as a result of the incident in turn 1. We got Equaze down in P2. He made it up 5 positions after that start. And going down from there in 3rd, we got Buck with 8 positions gained, and Night Slayer in 4th with 14. Wow, that he must have just narrowly made it through that mess. The Origin's down in 10th. He made it up 10 places as well, but Red Devil in 16th, he lost 10, so you can see who got involved in the accident, lost wings and had to go and pit. Definitely why I like tracks like this, where they're super tricky and there's a lot of safety cars and requires a lot of strategy and thinking more than it does the driving skill, because some of these tracks are just stupid. Like Azerbaijan and Monaco, they're super technical, super icy. Yes, they require a lot of skill, but they require a lot of strategy as well, because not only do you have to accommodate for your own skill in your strategy for the race, but you also have to accommodate for everyone else, because you got to anticipate safety cars. As this one pulls into the pits, we got Katie up in the lead. He's going to be starting his race pace coming around the final corner here. We'll get racing underway again. And we have green flags. Oh, still yellow. ISRL Austin, they 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it looks like we have a yellow flag again in Sector 3. We got a little bumper car action going on in Turn 1, through 12th place through 14th. We're going to have some close driving going on here. Up in first, second, and third, we got a tight little group. KD getting some nice space between him and P2. Meanwhile, Buck in third, he's going to be doing his best to keep up with Equays on the mediums in front of him. Let's go back down to this group here and see what kind of action we got going on here. We literally have, within less than a second of distance, oh, Jose in as he goes in for a gnarly overtake. Makes up 2 positions and likely got a warning and maybe have to give back positions for that. We'll see what the game allowed there, but that was quite an overtake. Very bold. Now or never for sure. Oh, somebody's told. Oh, Night Slayer. Looks like he might have spun and lost some front wing there. Oof. Now that we're coming around the back stretch, we're going to see some guys hammering that overtake button as Kevo bumps into the wall, probably damaging his front wing a bit. As he makes it past Assassin, they go wheel to wheel. Pass going to be going into the pits. We've got a virtual safety car now. Had been another accident between a couple drivers. Probably got a little too close and personal, and now we got a VSC, which isn't so bad because they'll end faster than a safety car. At least it shouldn't last 3 whole laps once everyone gets their pace back. See, we got green flag. We're back racing. Equays and Buck are going to be battling out for P2 as we come down to P10, where the Origins has got a freight train behind him through 14th. He's going to have all of them staring him down in the mirror, and we got Kevo and Alkaline going wheel to wheel into turn 9. Beautiful overtake as he overtakes the Origins as well. It's a double. Excellent driving as he comes up to Castles. Wow, that is 1 for the books there. Everybody below them are a little bit more spaced out. ISRL and Phase down is 17th and 18th. They're going to be battling it out. Almost 2 seconds separates first and second. Meanwhile, second and third are fighting for second. As Buck hammers overtake, no DRS yet, but gets by Equays coming up to turn 1. Equays going into the pits. Probably got a little bit of wing damage. Now that we're on lap 7, the pit window will be open for those who started on soft tires, because they're going to be getting a little bit hot and a little bit worn down right now. Bowtie made it up 10 positions, currently sitting in P6. He must have been able to keep his nose as clean as he could as he gets overtaken by Jose in the Mercedes. Bowtie's on a set of hard tires, so let's see which setting are we here on. 6-lap old hard tires, so he likely went in right at the safety car and threw those on to try and make it as far as he could into the race before he has to go to maybe a set of mediums or softs, depending on how far he can go on them. Still seeing a lot of close racing. 10th place through 14th as Equays gets a little late on his brakes there and bumps Phase or Sibwolf as he gets an overtake on the Origins. Equay's going side by side. Very nice overtake. He saw an opportunity and made a switch back. Let's see if Origins is going to be able to take that back. We should maybe, as they cross the finish line here, start to see the DRS be enabled. Maybe not until next lap. That's going to open up a window of opportunities with 2 DRS zones on the track. One coming up around turn 2 here, as well as the final stretch where at the finish line. Everybody's starting to space themselves out a little bit now. Starting to see some 7/10ths and all the way up through 6 seconds. I mean, goodness me, KD and JJ Dog are nowhere near each other. KD's up there in a league of his own. As we have another virtual safety car, Kevo down in 14th. Looks like he might have had a wreck. He did, and retired the car. Oof. Now that's gonna add another little ripple into the equation. Guys are gonna start to have to slow down to lower their delta, and they're gonna tighten up a little bit as we get a green flag again. We're back racing. Buck chasing after the tail end of that Alfa Romeo of crew in front of him. Gonna try and get as close as he can to have an advantage on this long stretch here as he runs it wide, getting the exit speed he needs to keep up and gain on crew, which he's sitting nice in his draft. He's not going to have any problem. He's just got to be smart with his ERS and wait for the DRS to be activated again. JPR pulling into the pit from a set of hards. He's putting on mediums and a new wing. Jose and El Shackle in 4th and 3rd, they're going to be looking to fight it out for that podium position right now, 3rd place. Let's see if he can get a good exit. Oh, he loses the back end a little bit. Medium tires are probably getting a little bit hot right now around lap 9. Tires. He is on 6-lap-old mediums, while Shackle in front of him is on 8-lap-old hards. So nothing to worry about just yet, but they are going to start to notice some tire wear over the next few laps. 3 DNFs already as we're at lap 9 of 26 here at Baku. We got KD sitting in first with JJ Dog behind him at a 6.2 second gap, so he's definitely gonna feel safe for the time being. Shackle behind him another 11 seconds, so we got the top 3 all really well spaced out. Jose probably saving his ERS as he's just slowly gaining on El Shackle coming up to turn 1. Playing it safe, not going to make an overtake just yet. Maybe going to wait until further up. Bowtie and Alkaline Rage, a couple of teammates, a Red Bull down in 5th and 6th. One's on 7-lap-old hards, the other 9-lap-old mediums. They're going to be at a very similar pace right now. Let's see if they'll make any overtakes. As Alkaline Rage makes contact with the wall, did he damage his front wing a little bit? maybe ever so slightly as he gets close to the wall again there. Look at the freight train of cars behind him. He's going to be looking in his mirror thinking, I need to get some hustle on. As they nearly go wheel to wheel coming up to Castle, rear-ending each other as they're trying to keep it tightly knit. I'm hearing contact with the wall as guys are getting it close, trying to carry as much pace through there to get an advantage on the guy behind them and take off. Crew getting nice and close behind Bowtie as they come up to the penultimate corner. He's going to be looking to use some overtake mode and high fuel and get past Bowtie to separate the two Red Bulls. Maybe start contending for that top 5. Look at the podium down the road. Buck, as he's catching up on Crew, getting an overtake. Both on set of hard tires. Buck gets the overtake. Still wheel to wheel coming across the finish line as they come up to turn 1. Is Crew going to defend? He is. He's going to stay on the right hand side as he gets pushed wide into the turn 1. Sib Wolf gets ahead of him as well coming into turn 2. Jiggaman Joe behind the ghost of Red Devil. Not sure if he had a connection issue and got dropped or what's going on there. Let's sit on board with Buck here and watch the Mercedes and Red Bull ahead of them, see if they make any moves on each other as they start coming up to Castle here. Bowtie, as he gets loose coming up to Castle, almost gets overtaken by Sib Wolf. Nearly had an opportunity there, but he managed to save it. His hard tires are probably getting a little bit warm right now as he's pushing, trying to keep these 4 or 5 cars behind him. He's only going to be able to do that for so much longer, though, as these guys are really going to start to get antsy as he makes an overtake with... Oh no, he makes contact with Bowtie. That was a bold move. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Bowtie is not going to be overly impressed with that. And we have a full course caution. The safety car is out for a second time, being split by 2 virtual safety cars already. So got a lot of aggressive racing going on here today as guys are getting wheel to wheel through the corners and taking opportunities where they may not be the best for overtaking. It's a now or never track, so we got a safety car again as guys are pulling into the pits to fix their wings, throw on some fresh set of tires, and get back out on the track again. We got 2 wings being replaced, 3 wings. Oh my stars. Oh, we got some morphing going on there. The Mercedes just gave birth to the Williams behind it. Safety car is pulled over out of turn 2, letting the field by so they can catch up to him on the 2nd or 3rd lap and then get racing back underway again. So far, we are already seeing as many as 3 pit stops by lap 12. Not even halfway through the race yet, and we've got lots of reasons for guys to be pitting and changing their wings. Lots of contact, lots of super hard wheel-to-wheel racing. KD's just coming up to the safety car now as he starts to form the convoy. Now that's unfortunate for him, JJ Dog. Well, it's unfortunate for KD, but good for JJ and Jose behind him, because there's about 20 seconds between the top three, and now they're all gonna get bunched up as JJ Dog comes up behind him right now, and Jose's not gonna be too much farther behind him by the next lap and a half. So hopefully he's gonna have some good pace on it. It seems like he's only had one stop. He's on a fresh set of hard tires. He came in as soon as that safety car came out. Good move by KD. Let's see if he can use that to defend his position until the end of the race. With 13 laps to go, we're halfway through this 50% race today. JJ right behind him now. Jose not too far, 14 seconds, he'll catch up. We're still going to have the safety car for another lap here as the field is coming around coming around turn 2 right now, approaching turn 3. Meanwhile, they're already on the penultimate corner, nearly a lap back. I noticed down in 13th we have the Origins on a fresh set of soft tires, so he's going to be hoping that the field can get packed up as tight as it can and he can catch up to it, because he's going to have some serious traction around these fast corners where he's going to be able to make up some positions. So he's going to be doing his best to try and catch up to at least one or two cars in front of him. I see JPR's not far ahead of him, but he's got some distance to crew in front of him. So definitely a wide array of tire strategies being shown here today, as we have a ton of medium tires, fresh mediums and hard tires as well. Those guys are already using up their softer compounds, and now they think, oh well, might as well throw on these 10 lap old hards and make it to the end. JPR in 12th with 8 lap old hard tires on. 12 laps to go, he'll be able to make it to the end. 20 laps on hards, it's going to be a stretch, but I know I've done it on this track before. Everybody's slowly starting to get packed up through about 11th place. 12th is a minute back, so he's going to be pushing to catch up. With the Origins behind him, FaZe and Pass Assassin. These two holding hands, taking up the rear as they catch up. Coming around the final few corners, still under caution with the safety car. Looks like we might have it for another lap. So that's going to allow the field to catch up a bit more and get racing underway again. Let's see if come the end of the next lap when the safety car goes away, 5-second penalty for crew for severe collision with Bowtie. They must have rear-ended there. Let's see if Crew's gonna have any. Yeah, he's gonna have wing damage. He's pulling into the pits. Oh, that's unfortunate. And that's gonna impact Crew as well for catching up to the grid, because I believe this will be the last lap, being the third under caution with the safety car, so things could go green and he'll be back a little ways as he's got a 5-second penalty to serve. Might not even been a serious impact either. It doesn't even look like his wing got replaced. It could just be a little touch under caution and you're done for. I know it's annoying when the game has the bug where you could be rear-ended by someone and get a warning or a penalty for it, and you're left flipping the table and screaming like a dinosaur because you got a 5-second penalty for buddy rear-end and you. The top few drivers definitely going to be feeling the pressure now. Just over halfway through the race and the whole field has been brought up again. Crew doing his best to catch up. It looks like he's going to make it, so he'll be safe as he's on the back stretch. Yeah, the game's starting to slow everyone down as the safety car goes in this lap. Things will be going green in just a second. Here we'll sit on board with KD, watch the field behind him. And it's green. Green, green, green. Turn 1 carnage. Activate. Let's see what happens here. Please, everyone. Nice and easy. Everyone behind. Oh, we got Sib Wolf and Alkaline Rage going wheel to wheel. Coming up to turn 2. Oh, does he let him by? He does. Sib, Jigaman, Joe. Wheel to... was... 6th through 8th, they're going to be fighting it out. Oh, as he makes an overtake on Jigaman Joe. Just makes contact and doesn't make it through. He's going to be looking to do that again. FaZe as he comes up, thinking about an overtake on JPR in 11th place. Does he get him with a switchback and then a better exit speed? Looks like he's going to try. Maybe not, he leaves the position for him. Probably safe at that spot on the track anyways. Top 3 already spacing themselves out from 4th and back. I mean, goodness me, there's already a gap created between 3rd and 4th. But these few there, see, now that the field got tightened up a bit, they're going to be a little bit closer to KD on his hard tires. They're going to have a little bit better traction to start, so they're going to be trying to get past him and hold him off as long as they can, wear out his tires. JJ, as he's just sitting nicely behind KD, harvesting his ERS. Getting close behind him. Oh, it looks like Buck had an accident going into turn 1. Shoot. Lost part of his wing. Crew as he's going side to side with Pass Assassin in turn 2. Is he going to get it done up here going into turn 3? Side by side. He's gaining on him. Pass is still ahead of him. Brakes late. Takes the inside line. They're still wheel to wheel. Oh, that's good racing by those two. They're still wheel to wheel. This is impressive. Crew gets by with the advantage. Still wheel to wheel. Pass hanging onto the inside line through that corner. What are they going to do coming up to the corner here? Runs it wide, pass makes it by, and fights off Crew for the position. Excellent racing there as they come through Castle. Crew is going to be doing his best to keep up to pass and try and get around him on the stretch. Alkaline Rage chasing down the back end of Jigaman Joe. And another safety car. Oh my goodness, the third safety car this race. What happened? Who caused it? Who caused it? That's unfortunate. Not but 1 or 2 laps after the second safety car, we have a third. Whew. Looks like I am gonna have some incident reports to type up tonight. I'm sure all the other stewards watching this race right now are probably moving out of state, changing their names, and we're not one to have to deal with all the reports we're gonna have after the race, because whoo-wee, are we getting some good wheel-to-wheel action here. A lot of clean racing too. I'm seeing a lot of great driving, as you just saw by pass there. They were doing some good wheel-to-wheel through about like 4 or 5 corners there. I mean, that was phenomenal. While we have a minute under caution here, everybody's just chilling out behind the safety car. I figure I should take a minute and give a shout out to our sponsor. Can-Am Racing League is sponsored by CH Designs. That's Chris H Designs. He has a store on Etsy. He makes custom-made accessories for your sim racing gear. I know a couple of the guys in the league, they use his products as well. He has like magnetic paddle shifters. I know anytime we're in a chat and you hear the loud clicking in that, it's because somebody's got Chris H Design paddle shifters going on, magnetic paddle shifters going on in the background. If you're interested in his products, check out etsy.com/chdesigns. I'll have links to that in the Discord. And any Can-Am Racing League driver member gets a 10% off coupon code for his store too. Any purchase over $30 Canadian will get you free shipping, and Can-Am has a discount code. If you would like any information on that, or if you have questions or you're interested, just reach out to a steward or leave a comment and one of us will get back to you. Lap 19 out of 26 here under the third safety car. We've had 3 safety cars and 2 virtual safety cars by now. I'm curious what Tier 1 race is going to be like, because we got a lot of very fast drivers there and a lot of aggression between guys, so we'll see how many cautions we get then. Hopefully you guys are watching this going, okay, you know, maybe we need to just chill out a little bit and take it easy, but I'm looking forward to the Tier 1 race. It'll be fun. I think the pack is pretty well caught up. Bowtie picking up the rear in 14th. We've had 6 retirements so far. He's working his way up to the group of cars, the safety car. Making my way back to you, babe. Alkaline Rage, Bowtie's Red Bull teammate, taking up the rear in the convoy right now. Sitting on a fresh set of soft tires. He's got 7 laps to go. He's gonna Probably have about 6 or 5 or 6, maybe 6 of those on under racing. So he's definitely going to be looking to push as hard as he can and make his way up into the points. Take advantage of all that traction, and he's harvested his ERS and harvested his fuel. He's going to be pushing all out as hard as he can. Same with the Origins, who's sitting in 10th right now as well on softs. Everybody ahead of him is on mediums and hards, so he's going to have a lot of traction to make some overtakes and take advantage of open doors. So I expect to see some good racing by the 3 drivers out of the 14 that are on soft tires right now. As Sid Wolf comes into the pits on 7-lap-old softs, it looks like he's going to be serving a time penalty. Probably either made contact with someone or sped under the safety car. If you go over your lap delta, I know you get pinched right quick. Game has no mercy when it comes to that. Let's see if this is going to be the last lap under caution or not. Where is everyone? They're about halfway around. Now the pack's just about caught up. It should be our last lap under safety car, I think. Once we go green, the hounds will be unleashed, and we'll see if we have a 4th safety car or not. As the final driver catches up to the pack. I believe now that everyone is caught up, safety car should go in this lap. Should be nice to get back under racing, see if we can get some wheel-to-wheel action going. I know we've seen a lot of that today. A lot more than I expected. Actually, I'm having a grand old time watching this, commentating with you guys. I don't know about you, but I'm having fun today. This is great. Always a good day for a race. Yeah, everyone's slowing down as the safety car makes its way into the pits. We'll be going green in just a second here as KD comes around the final corners. Keeping his hard tires nice and warm, get him traction for the next few corners in front of him. As he comes across the finish line, we have a green flag. JJ Dog keeping his nose right up against the back end KD as he tries to not let him get away from him. He's on medium tires, so he's going to have some traction. Jose's going to be doing the same. Looks like he's falling back a little bit, using that overtake to try and keep up. Origin's getting overtaken by a couple people. Alkaline Rage makes it past him going into turn 3. Oh, he just about misses it and uses the runoff. Just about does a Danny Kvyat. Faye's getting a little bit loose through the chicane with the Red Bull of Bowtie right behind him as they come up to Castles. See what they're going to be able to do, because things are getting backed up in front of them a little bit. So we're going to see some high-speed overtakes around the front stretch as guys line up for it and do their best to close the gaps in front of them so they can stay in as tight a draft as they can, using up all their overtake. JPR keeping real nice and tight behind pass. It looks like he's going to get an opportunity to overtake him. As he moves to the left side, doesn't quite get by him. may have backed off a little bit. Let's see what he's going to do into turn 1. Looks like he's going to go for the inside line. Does he do it? Yes, he brakes a little late. Doesn't make it by Pass Assassin, though. JJ Dog looks like he's keeping it real nice and tight behind KD. He's going to be doing everything he can to try and get by him and take the lead of the race. I believe he's our points leader in the championship right now, and he's going to be doing everything he can to keep it that way. He doesn't want to be fighting too hard for it against anyone, and I think KD's going to be a good contender for that. KD is a reserve driver, but we're seeing some great race pace by him so far as JJ takes a tight corner cut across it. Bowtie getting loose as Sib Wolf makes it by him. And Crew Steamer as well. Just before Castle. Woo! And a little bit of bumper cars there. Bowtie's definitely going to be looking to get that position back. He's harvested his ERS a little bit. Looks like he's going to try and keep up behind him and get past him on the front stretch. Got a bit of a gap forming now between the top 5 and each other, about 1.5 seconds each. Jiggaman Joe coming up right behind Al Shackle as he moves to the left side to take the inside corner into turn 1. Does he make it stick? There's still wheel to wheel. Who's going to break the latest? Who's going to hold the line? They make a little contact. Al Shackle gets a tad bit loose. They keep it together. Coming into turn 2, are they going to have a battle again? Jiggaman Joe with DRS on Al Shackle. He's going to become flying up beside him. Does he make the overtake? Yes, he does. Great driving. JPR getting overtaken by Alkaline Rage as he makes contact, losing it into the corner. Oof, that's unfortunate. Hopefully no one got too much damage there. Bowtie sitting down in 12th place, chasing after the racing point of JPR. Keeping it close behind him. Really wanting to get by. Let's see where our closest battles are. I think this might be our closest battle for the time being. We got Bowtie and JPR. They're going to be going back and forth. We got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who is that? Oh, is it the Origins maybe? Does he have any wing damage? He's losing it a little bit. Possibly. I couldn't quite see. Yeah, we got... Looks like Bowtie made it past JPR on the front stretch. Goes into turn 1 and holds the line. Looks like he's going to hold the position for now. JPR probably going to get DRS on him. Coming around the second corner. Bowtie getting a little loose, losing traction. That's going to help JPR a lot going up to the turns 3 here. Getting close as he squeezes him to the wall. He makes it by, moves over to take the position. Next in front of him, of JPR, is Alkaline Rage, who's in 10th place right now. In the points, he's going to be doing his best to get up into the points. Making a little contact with the wall, losing his end plate. That's going to affect his performance a lot. Possibly give Bowtie an advantage on pace and speed, especially handling through the corners, so he's going to likely get by him with ease. We've got 2 laps left as we're on lap 24 or 26. KD holds the lead with just under 2 seconds between him and JJ Dog. He's just going to be holding his pace, trying to keep the lead and not screw up for the next couple laps. Alkaline Rage coming up behind Crew, who's coming up behind Sib. We've got a nice little four-way battle here for 11th through 7th place. Everybody's got DRS open. Everybody's got their ERS on overtake. Let's see who's able to make it stick. We got Crew being overtaken by Bowtie as he moves up into 9th place. Does he hold it going into turn 1? He gives it to him. Or that's Alkaline Rage. Alkaline Rage sitting in the points for Red Bull. Bowtie doing his best to make it up into 10th place. May or may not have the pace, depending on how many laps are left. Let's see if he's able to make a couple overtakes here. I know JPR is missing some front wing. Is Bowtie missing? I don't think so. It's going to come down to pace here and just going for those open doors. As we see somebody, it's Alkaline Rage. He overshoots the corner and breaks way into it. That's unfortunate as he was sitting up in 9th place nicely, battling for 8th against F1 Sib Wolf. That's going to move Bowtie up a position, who's in 11th right now. All he's got to do is to make one overtake on JPR to get into the points. Everybody's spaced out by leading by 4 seconds now. JD's got a gap on 2nd. Very impressive driving there. El Shackle and Sib Wolf going wheel to wheel, making a little contact. By Crew as well. Who overtakes El Shackle? Double overtake. Incredible. Look at this wheel to wheel as they come around the final corner. Who's going to make it stick? Who's going to get the overtake? It looks like El Shackle's going to hold him off as JPR comes up right beside him too, coming into turn 1. Let's see what they can do. Little collision as everybody gets super tightly knit. What's going to happen? Bowtie moves up into 10th place as they make contact. Front wing flying all over the place. Sib Wolf gets DRS and DRS. Bowtie pulls away from him, securing that 10th position going into turn 3. Sib really wanting to get by him as he thinks about a gnarly overtake. Doesn't make it stick. Oh, as he slams into the wall, losing his front wing. Oh shoot. That is frustrating. Between Crew and Pass Assassin, we've got a battle for 6th place as we're on the final lap. Everyone's working out their spots, seeing who's going to finish where, making last-minute overtakes, just giving it everything they can. KD coming around the front stretch. He's going to finish the race, giving a little victory swerve, a little wave to the crowd. Oh dear, loses it, and thank God we can't have a safety car. Loses it going across the line. Little celebration. That's great. We got Jigaman Joe finishing in 5th. Pass coming across the finish line in 6th. Securing good points for McLaren. Crew behind him. If it were just a little bit more racing left, he'd have been able to make it past him. We got Bowtie down in 9th place. El Shackle in 10th. And that is our race. El Shackle finishing in 12th. Driver of the day is FaZe. Congratulations to him. Some great racing by everyone today. Lots of good overtakes. That's what I call some cold hard racing. Lots of safety cars, but that's because guys are trying everything they can. Congratulations to Haas on the victory. McLaren in 2nd place and Mercedes in P3. Enjoy those champagne showers, boys, and have fun at your after parties. In first place, we have KD 1997 as our winner for Haas. JJ Dog behind him in P2. Jose in third. Equays, Jigaman Joe, Crew, JPR, Pass Assassin, Bowtie in ninth. FaZe in 10th. Alkaline Rage in 11th. El Shackle in 12th. Sibwolf in 13th. The Origins in 14th. Followed by Buck, Red Devil, ISRL, Astonik, Kevo, Night Slayer, and Mr. Delia. Great racing today, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the race. And stick around for our Tier 1 race, which will be starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, so in 1 hour here. Links will be posted to our stream. Links for our stream will be posted on the Discord as well as on Facebook. Should we post them there? Thanks a lot. I accidentally muted my mic there. My apologies. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you guys later for the Tier 1 race. Ciao.